finally doing my own nails, finally on camera. I have had a Beatles nail tip set. Let me just double check what it's called. Nail tips and glue set. So I will show you in another video. It will probably be this Sunday's video, but it comes with 240 nail tips, sizes 0 to 9, the glue, a file, a cutter, and a little tiny lamp as well. It's so cute. So I have picked out my sizes. I have etched the inside of the tips. I've prepped my nails. I have just done everything I need to do to prepare the nails ready for application. So I'm just used the MODELONES nail prep dehydrator, and then I like to actually do, because I feel like I have quite oily nail beds, so I do double dehydration, and then with the non-acid primer from ℙℝ𝕆𝔻𝕻. So this is the Beatles nail glue. I think it says you can actually use this as a base coat, a top coat, a blooming gel, a glue, use it to hold on like little charms and stuff. So it's like a multifunctional glue gel, but you only need to put a little bit in. Can you see that I've etched the inside of that tip? So I've only put a little bit in. I haven't applied anything to my natural nail, no gels or anything, and I'm going to put it on, but I'm not going to put it all the way back towards the cuticle. I'm going to leave a tiny little gap. Can't remember the name of the lady, but she posted on Instagram about leaving that tiny little gap, and then you get a better seal if you go in after with a little bit more gel, and it kind of like seals all around the outside. So I'm going to try and do that. Lots of news stories coming in today that I haven't been very interested in reading because they sound awful. So I am actually only going to do about 20 seconds, 30 seconds tops in that little lamp. It says between 30 and 60 seconds for a full cure, so I'm going to do 20 to 30 on each finger, and then once all of them are on, I'm going to whack them in my proper full lamp and do 60 seconds, just so that I know they're all fully cured. So it comes with a nail file as well. The one with the writing on is the 180 grit side, and then the plain blank, no writing, is the 100 grit. So I'm going to take off that little plastic nubbin that is on the end. I think it's from like when it's in the press or something, the plastic press. I don't know. But just take that off, and then we'll do the side walls a little tiny bit with a hand file. You can do it with an e-file. I do go in with an e-file in a minute as well, but I'm just showing how you can do it just with the file, the hand file, because it is quite simple to do. I think precision more than anything is best. If you want it to be like super precise, use an e-file. I find it a lot easier. So I'm going to do that to all the nails anyway. File off that little plasticky nubbin with the hand file, and then I'll go in with the e-file, and this will help, like the e-file will help get off any, like spillage, a little bit of spillage from the gel if you've applied too much or anything, and it will also help get really close to your natural nail, where, so we haven't put it all the way to the tip, to the cuticle, sorry. So if we use a sanding band for that, a fine sander, we can file that down just slightly, so it kind of like blends in with our natural nail. And then if you go in again, like I said, with that glue, like that lady did on Instagram, don't know her name, but it's a genius idea. And then when it grows out as well, naturally, you're not going to have any, how sometimes you have like a little lip almost when it started to grow out, you can see. I think the e-file just helps blend it all in. So I'm going to buff over all of that nail surface, and then that'll pretty much be ready for gel application. But obviously I'm going to do my other hand off camera as well, and I'll be doing the exact same process on my other hand. Okay, so we have got them all ready. So I'm going to take the same glue that we used to apply those tips, and I thought if I get a tiny brush, put the gel like I'm just applying like a base gel, just pretend I'm applying a base gel, and get it right up to that join line so it's touching your natural nail, because we've left that tiny little gap, and then hopefully that should seal it all in around the edges then. And if we want to get even closer, we can use that tiny detailing brush, that fine lining brush, add a bit of blob of gel on there, and we can get that really close and seal it in even better. So I'm going to do that to all of the nails. I want a top tip. You probably already know, and I've probably told you many times before, but I think it is good to hold up the nail upside down. So I'll do the thumbnail completely separate to the rest of the nails, mainly because, will you just leave me alone? Mainly because, what was I saying before someone rudely interrupted me? Yes, so you do your thumb separately, because when you put your hand in your lamp, put your hand flat and just look at how that thumb is sitting. It sits at its side, doesn't it? So if you're curing gel like that, it's all going to run, or it wants to run, to the closest part that's touching the ground, sort of thing, if that makes sense. So my left hand, all of it wants to run to the right, but my left hand, all of it wants to run to the left. And then once it's cured, I'm going to wipe over with a alcohol wipe and just refine it a little bit better with the file. I will buff over it again so that it's a nice smooth matte surface ready to paint. I'm going to do that again to all of the nails, my right hand included, off the camera though. So I have been wearing these nails for, when did I do them? I did them yesterday, Monday, for you guys. I'm really liking it, Obviously I've used this method before. I haven't used the Beetles products for this method before, but I'm really liking it. I am an affiliate for Beetles, and I do have a 30% discount code for you if you're interested, so I'll leave that linked all in the description box down below. I do earn a slight commission from Beetles, but it doesn't affect like how much you pay. And these are the colours that I'm going to use: I Love New York and New York Blue from Madame Glam, which again, a 30% discount code in the description box for those. Black spider gel and some gold foil. So this design I saw, you know when you open up Instagram and like something was posted hours ago, and then Instagram like refreshes itself and it just disappears. That was the situation. So I tried to find it and I couldn't find it again, but I feel like I saw it about a year ago as well, the same design. If you know who did this, please let me know, because obviously I want to give thanks, give credit to them. But going off my memory, they had a solid pink nail on the index fingers, solid blue nail on the pinky fingers, and then I think they used like a jelly nude, I don't know, it's like a nude colour anyway, on thumbs, middle and ring, with the same, you'll see in a minute. So the Madame Glam gel paints take 30 seconds to cure. So I do the pink nail, get really close with the detailing brush, I dip it into the pink gel polish bottle, and then I just go around the cuticle area with that. And before I cure that, I do the blue nail that you probably can't really see because the pink nails are right in front of the camera. But then give them a cure, and then I do a second coat, give them a cure, and then I'll move on to the nudie nails. Oh, and I am also an affiliate for Born Pretty. Again, discount codes are in the description box, MODELONES and Charlie's Nail Art Supply. So if you're ever going to buy anything off them, it's always best to check. It's on my about page and it's on each of the videos in the description box, so all the links will be there. It's easy just to click through that. Sometimes the discount code is already applied, just click the link, You don't even have to put it in at the discount at the checkout, so that is good. It's handy. So I chose ℎ𝕼𝕼𝕼 from MODELONES. They sent me this because I've been doing so many different videos. I've got 2 or 3 lined up that I still need to edit and voice over. I'm trying to get as many as I can done, because in literally 32 days we go away for 8 days, and I'm panicking that I'm not going to have any content to put out. So I've filmed a few videos that have used this ℎ𝕼𝕼, and I don't know if it's actually up on my channel, on my page yet or not, so forgive me if I've already used it. But they sent it me in their neutrals bundle last month, and I've only used it 3 times now, but it is so nice. The first time using it on myself, and I love it. It is such a nice colour. It's gorgeous. So that has had 2 coats, and then I've taken a little bit of that pink and blue, I Love New York blue, the ultraliner brush, and it's just a case of doing like some weird abstracty splodges, blobs, shapes, whatever you want to call them. Just no rhyme or reason, just whack some weird shapes on there and give them a cure. The pink, I felt like it needed 2 coats, but the blue, I seem to get away with just the 1 coat. So I think just apply them thinly, and if it needs 2 coats, it needs 2 coats, you know. I think maybe, I'm wondering now looking at them, you know the gel paints that they brought out last summertime, the ultra, like the neon ones. So it was dynamic blue and ultra pink. I'm wondering if they're close to New York blue and I Love New York, because if they are and you do have them, then it'll be much better to use them. I'm just thinking, because they're more pigmented, the gel paints will be much better to use when doing these splotches. So yeah, I need to think about that more often when I'm doing stuff like this. I think hang on, have I got a gel paint that's pretty much the same colour? Because yeah, it's definitely more pigmented, and you wouldn't have to do 2 coats then. Never mind. So I decided to go for, on the thumb we had the blue at the top, pink at the bottom, and then, oh, I should have done it the other way, shouldn't I? I should have done blue at the top, pink at the bottom for the thumb, pink at the top, blue at the bottom for the middle, and then blue at the top, pink at the bottom for the ring. But I absolutely love them. They're so nice. So I've had a little bit of base coat just to try and like smooth it all out. Like I said, I've had to do 2 coats of that pink, and I wanted it to be as smooth as possible really for the next bit. And I didn't know whether these would look quite nice matte. I feel like the picture that I saw was matte. I don't think they were shiny, but I really like glossy nails. Really like glossy nails. I love matte nails, but not like on myself. I feel like I rub them too much, and they get dirty really quickly. Like if you're going day to day, going about your day-to-day stuff, they seem to stain. So yeah, I like glossy nails. So so I've cured the base coat, and then obviously it's got like a sticky residue inhibition layer once it's out of the lamp. And that is perfect for applying any of your gold foil. I don't know if you've ever done it or if you've ever noticed, but if you don't cure that gel and you add the gold foil to wet gel, it kind of like just melts into it a little bit, and it doesn't stay nice and flat, and I don't know, I just prefer to put it on cured gel, cured nail. So once that's done, again, I'm going to add a base coat to smooth it all out a little bit, and then I'll wipe off the inhibition layer, and then it's time for the messy spider gel. It is so messy, isn't it? Especially when you use black. So trying to remember that image, I think it just went over like the bottom third of the nail, bottom half of the nail. I'm not sure, and I don't even know if it was on all of them or if it was just on a few. Same with the gold, but I thought, you know what, we're just going to make them all look the same. All the splotchy ones are going to have the same thing on them. So that spider gel, I find it best to do it with a dotting tool, and I messed up a little bit on the right hand because I'm right-handed. I think the black is a little bit too thick, but I love them. They're so summery and so bright and so vivid, and I'm so glad to have my almond nails back. But what do you guys think? Do you like them? If you do, don't forget to hit like and drop me a comment in the comment box. Don't forget to check out the description for all affiliate links, discount codes, all that jazz. And if you haven't already, head on over to Instagram and TikTok and give me a follow. That is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.